Hello everyone, my name is Kate Marshall. The name of my channel is called Inked Paper Art. Today is day 30 of 365 days of junk journal ideas. I am going to be making some pockets today, and I'm going to be using these vintage music cards. If you purchased the kit, the journal kit for February, one of these was in there, so you can make this project alongside of me. If you don't have the journal kit for February, then these are available in my Etsy store as well as other places. But these are just vintage music cards. They look like this, and we're going to make some pockets out of them and decorate them. It's a simple make today, but also one that will be fun. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. These, in case you're wondering, these are 3x5 music cards. So my pocket is going to be 5 inches across on my journal page. If you want to use like a coffee dyed index card and you could stamp some music background stamp on it, that would also work, or just add music paper to a 3x5 index card. All of those options are great. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. The first thing I want to do is I want to collage some, some color on here. I've just got scraps off to the left over there. And so I'm just going to do a little collage on this music card. And for my glue today, I'm using the Oohoo Magic Blue glue stick. And so I'm just going to work through this project with you guys. These pockets will be going into my blue journals. So I have some beautiful blue French journals in the works. And so this is a project that I went ahead and started so that we could get it done. And I'm just going to add a little bit of color to my pocket. Get that on there and get it straight. Perfect. And then I do want the music. The whole point of using the music card is because it already has the music back there, right? It's just one less step. But like I said, you could use an index card and create the same thing. And then I've got some little birds that I fussy cut and some labels, just simple little decorations. I don't know if we want a bird that faces this way or we want a bird that faces the other way. And then let's have him standing on like a label. I don't like it when they're just kind of floating in the air. I do like to give them something to stand on. That's not bad. We could do that one. Also, postage stamps would be great. And I usually have them all at the top of my desk. Of course, I don't today, the day that I'm going to use them. But anyway, some postage stamps would be great. I might go back in and add a few. These guys need inked. I didn't ink around them. But so I just added a little layer of collage, just one little piece, because we already have the music in the background. And this is already, it's a cardstock music card. So it's going to be a sturdy pocket. So that'll be great. And I can sit here and in 15 minutes, I bet you we can make, 3 to 5 pockets if I wasn't filming. But because I'm filming, it is what it is. And we'll probably get 3 done. So if I hurry, we'll get 3 done. These are just simple though, and they're fun. Some days it just needs to be a faster make. Maybe you only have a few minutes in the morning before you go to work. So this is something that you guys can do fairly quickly. If you're wondering about the labels in the birds, the labels, the ones that I have in this pile right here, those are Shabby Dabby Doodah. And the birds are, I think these are Roxy Creations birds. So you'll have to look, but I'm pretty sure these ones are Roxy Creations. So then I've got this, and I'm just going to trim around the edge right here, and then the next 2 we're going to mass make. So we'll make 2 at once. But all I did is add a little collage to it. And I'm going to cut off this edge right here. There's just a little tiny bit sticking over. And that's my pocket. Of course, I'll thumb hole notch it and do a little more, but that's one. Let's see if we can get a couple more done here quick. So here's another music card. And for this one, I do have more blue ledger, and I really am liking that look. So let's use this one. It's just going to be a little strip. So we'll need to do a little play with that, but let's trim it like this, and we'll have it coming over from the top. I think I like the top better than the bottom. Let's do that. We can't be too indecisive. I hope that you guys are having a good day. I'm having a good day here. I know that the video was late today, and I do apologize. I have a million things going on that I am trying to work on, and the video just had to be late because I needed to sleep for a little bit today. Some of Shabby Dabby Doodah's labels are bigger, maybe that would be a good idea too, because we have such a lot of open space there. So if I give this label a bigger inked border, it kind of helps us see it. So I'm going to ink up on the little label a little bit to kind of frame it out. And then let's do this one. I just got myself a little mess going down here. And then we'll ink or glue that up. And so today is Thursday. Tomorrow, the video will air at 4 o'clock in the morning like it normally does. And we will have the craft with me tomorrow night. Super fun. Now, I didn't play with any of this for positioning, so I've just went ahead and glued it down, and we're going to hope for the best. I have this little bird. He could go there maybe, and then we'll do a thumbhole notch, or I kind of want one with a little bit more color. Maybe this guy. I like that one better. So we'll do him right there. Let's get him inked. So we definitely can get 3 done. I don't know, maybe we'll get 4 done. I really only need 3, but I'm making 3 blue journals at a time. I usually make 3 journals at a time. I think, if I already have the stuff out, I might as well, right? So usually I make 3. Get him glued. So all in all, we'll have 3 or 4 little pockets. There's that one. Let's do another one. I have this piece sitting here. They're not going in the same journal. They're going in different journals. So I'm just going to keep going with this. And we might do a couple more. I don't know if we'll have time, but I might sit here and do a couple more in a different colorway for different journals. All 3 of these, one will go in each one of the 3 journals I'm making. And the journals are neutral and blue color tone. So all of these little things I've got here are very neutral. They'll work great with that. One of these will probably work. Let's see what bird we're going to use first. I have this big straight line right here, and I want to break that up a little bit. So I think maybe we are going to have to use one of these. So I'm going to ink around that. So this big straight line right here, that's what I'm trying to work in. But I am trying to make a little bit of Valentine's Day ephemera because I would like to do a fun little project on Valentine's Day. But tomorrow we're just going to make ephemera. It'll just be a general craft session because we are in between journal kits right now. The journal kit that I'm talking about, the blue journals, that one starts the first Friday in February, which I believe is the 7th. So we'll be all ready to go by the time that rolls around. So there's that little label. I'm going to slide it over a little bit. Good. And let's put a bird on there. Am I putting this one on this time? Or this guy? Or am I doing this guy? He doesn't really fit because of the way he's laid out. I think I'm going to do this one. And so we're going to lay that one on there. And here he is. I didn't ink around him. Let me give him a little tiny bit of ink. Even though he's glued, we're just going to give him a little bit of ink. There we go. I'm going to stick him right down here. I like using the glue stick because you can slide things around on your project. So that's nice. We got 3 done. Let me see if I can make a couple more of maybe a different colorway or a different style. So here is another music card. And I've got these bigger labels. These ones are the paper cameo. Let's try to use one of these and we'll decorate it a little bit differently. I know not all of you guys will be making the blue journals with us. You guys will be making whatever projects you end up making in your theme. And so maybe you want to see something else. Of course, these labels are blue too, but we could do it a different way. We could totally be decorating for Italian ladies, whatever it is that your style of journal is. I do want to work some ladies into my blue journals, some fashion ladies. I included a little digital of one. So I do want to work some of that in. Some pretty girly things. I've stayed kind of nature and Victorian dressed women for the kind of theme of the blue journals. So I've inked around that. I don't know. I think I want to cover up the words up here at the top. So maybe I'll keep this up high. And then let's see what else we have. You don't really need music scraps because I already have music on the card. I have some ledger here and I have some handwriting. I think a little scrap of handwriting would work. So sometimes in lieu of doing a label, you can actually just make yourself a little label by just tearing out a decorative piece of handwriting. It could be from a digital, but I'm just going to tear out a little scrap so it's rough on all the edges. I will give that some ink. And so in lieu of a printed label, like I know we have this label, but in lieu of another label, because I don't want to do two labels, I will just make a label shape and I'll stick that on. And so I'm going to glue up here in this corner. My Uhu cooperates with me today. And I'm going to stick, oop, I don't have this one down yet. Whoopsie. Getting ahead of myself. This guy is big. The Paper Cameo, they have a label kit. I don't know what it's called exactly, but if you just look labels up for Paper Cameo, they have a label kit and it has all different kind of like antique themed labels. I don't know if this is upside down or not upside down, but I'm going to put it right up here at the top. Now I know that we are going to thumb hole notch all of these here in just a second to make them into pockets. But for now, I'm just straightening it out. Good. And then let's stick this guy on down here at the bottom. So that's going to act as my little label, right? And then we need some kind of other decoration. I would love a flower. I don't know if I have a flower, but I would love one. I do not have a flower handy, so it's going to have to be a bird again. Will he go on here this time? He would actually go on there that time. We could also do this little pink bird and he could sit up here on the side. I kind of like this one better. I think we're going to do that one. But a flower would have been great. I'll have to get some flower. I actually have some pink things off to the side. Let me pull out these pink things and we'll do a pink one. Maybe we'll get 5 done. Probably not if I take forever and get pink things out, but it's just a little bit different looking pocket and I could make a couple more of those. Let me move this stuff off to the side. I have that pack of the 49 in Market, and this is Blossom Collage Sheets. And this is available on Etsy. I will link it in the description box below. But let's go ahead and try to make something with some pink things that are in here. Just because, like I said, we've got Valentine's Day coming up. So there's all kinds of lovely pink things and botanicals. And I see some butterflies. There's frames in here. So these are thin sheets of paper that you use for collaging, which is exactly what I'm doing right now. So it will work great. I saw some pink, plain pink paper. I don't know, but that marble will work too. Let's do the marble. If I can find one of these ones, let's do this pink marble one. Okay, so this will work. I'm just going to tear myself a piece of that. I didn't quite need to tear that much, but let's do a pink one for the Valentine's Day journal. I'm going to go ahead and ink that edge. I just got a little bit of white paper there. And I'm going to ink the whole thing, even though we're not going to use the whole thing. But let's get the pink on there. Now I will need a flower or a butterfly or some kind of focal point. There are focal points in this collage paper pack, like there are butterflies and botanicals. There may be a bird, I don't know. But we'll have to find one that will work for us. So we're going to put this on and we're going to cover up those words. And that covers up a lot of our music paper. I don't mind it. It'll be okay. And I'll have a little left to trim off there. So there's that. Let's see what else we can find. I mean, I could very easily fussy cut one of these pink butterflies. There's even some, you can see some French ledger. That looks familiar. Here's some botanicals. More botanicals. I need something small. Something small. Or something really big. I'm going to do this big butterfly. Do I want the big black one? I think I do. So I'm just going to rough cut this out of the paper. And now I'm in a speed fussy cutting mode. So I'm going to do my best to cut around all these little notches of his wings. And you see me wiggling my scissors around, trying to give it that same texture. So right here's a smooth part, so I can just go straight around the smooth part and then go up here and get his antenna. I think we're going to leave his antenna. If you accidentally cut off an antenna, you know that you can just draw them on, right? So if you accidentally cut it or you deliberately cut it because you don't plan on, you know, leaving those little antennas there to worry about gluing, most of the time they tear off anyway. You could totally cut off the antenna and then just draw them on with like a black fine liner Sharpie or something like that. But anyway, I did cut around them. They're there for now. They'll probably tear off when I put glue on them. And then this part right here, it's a little bit jaggedy around these little ruffles or whatever you want to call them about his wings, around his wings. So I'm just wiggling the paper and my scissors in and out, cutting out those little notches. We're almost there. Almost. And there we go. Now we have big butterfly. Perfect. And this paper, it takes ink beautifully, and it really, if you fussy cut close like that, you don't need to do a whole lot. I'm going to do it just because it's there. And then we're going to glue him on. Now I can see his antenna is already bent down. I will try to fix it before I put glue there. And we'll get it. And there we go. And there's that. Now we need a little label, I think, or a little postage stamp or a little something. His antennas are there. They're going to get cut off when I thumb hole notch it more than likely, but let's cut around that one. Uh-oh, I'm over on time. That's okay. We got 5 pockets done, right? 5? Yes, 5 pockets. 1 for a Valentine's Day journal. 4 that are kind of blue in theme. Now I will need a little label or a little something. Do I have one here quick that I can stick there? I kind of do. We could use that one, or let's use this one. Let's use this one, and we'll get this project done. Thanks for crafting with me today, guys, and I will be back with another video, like I said, at 4 o'clock in the morning. And tomorrow is day 31. I don't know what we're doing yet. I'll film it right after this, so it's ready. But we'll do something fun. All right, so I will go through and I will thumb hole notch them. But this is what we did. We did these, this, and 3 of these for my blue journal. And you can see they're fast and they're easy. Like I said, if you want the music cards, they're available in my Etsy. Thanks, guys. We'll see you tomorrow.